Hello guys and welcome back to Field of Glory Empires with our Saba playthrough. It's been getting a little crazy. We did this mass incursion into these failed areas of the Seleucids. We formed like these two provinces that have now been disbanded by rebellions that have happened. I am in place simultaneously for a war against the Arabians. I'm not sure if I should pull the trigger at this point with all of this unrest going on, but they're pretty darn weak, and by attacking them, we'd become better friends with some others. I am currently building up some archers to replace some skirmishers on the front line, and that's more of an over time thing. I could just redistribute these units to trying to retake and hold all this stuff. The biggest problem, and why I wouldn't really want to do that, is the fact that the whole reason I moved them is because there's just not enough food in these areas. So I don't really know what I'm supposed to do there. I think it's pretty obvious that if we did attack Arabia, they would raise units in their capital like nearly immediately. We don't have a lot of walls here, so I would kind of bet on just a vast rush of elephants, and if we lose elephants, that wouldn't be the worst thing, honestly. Because their army, Egyptian skirmishers, that's their, oh, is that their unique thing? Oh, that's neat. Special skirmishers. Regular infantry skirmishers, this is not a lot. The palace guard here could be something, but I'd kind of bet on like a big initial rush. They are currently at war with Ethiopia, Palmyra. They've been fighting Palmyra up here, yeah. Although, not very decisively. They are open to attack. I think I would gladly attack them, because I think even with one army constantly distracted, getting this Middle Eastern situation under control, trying to help retain our gains, I think this would work pretty well still. It would take a turn to actually get to that war, but I will go ahead and declare the war. We are nothing to you, spare us. Well, you'd have to join me for that, but I'm just going to go ahead and attack you. Yeah, because I think we could get some nice things out of that. So, what about this? An expert stonecutter has been finished here in Saba. We could build solid walls, an upgrade from the city walls that we were finally able to build. Or the Colosseum, a world wonder. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What? Oh dear, requires a road or better. You're telling me a Colosseum is not built. I don't know if a world wonder is something that can only be built once in the world, but if it is, then dear God, getting it in our capital, a loyalty bonus of 60, who cares about the revolt risk? This is the gladiator thing that I skipped to get the walls, or the better barracks, but on crack. Massive decadence increase, but a legacy increase. Culture, you could get money from having better goods like wine, which we don't really have right now, but we could get that later. Culture, money, the loyalty bonus is insane. A world wonder. It's the first time I've ever seen a world wonder pop up, I think. I have to build that. I have to. I absolutely have to. Before somebody else does, right? Otherwise, I won't be able to. A noble district was completed up here. There is one slot available, and oh, hey, a land expansion. Well, we're obviously going for a land expansion to open up some more slots. We got some more population up here. This looks good. And what can we build there? We could consume a lot of money to get some culture. A basilica, it's kind of a normal thing. Built to a god. Get some loyalty, that would be nice. Culture, loyalty, spend a lot of money, and some infrastructure. It takes 5 turns to build. With that one slot, the loyalty would be good. As with the culture, of course. And then there's really nothing new to build. Just about anywhere else. No. Everything's already built up. So we'll have a battle with some of these rebels. Desertic rebels army. They shouldn't be enough to really stop us. That's over in the marsh too. This one army will just be dedicated to trying to peel this off. We have a lot of progression over here. The archers, we have 4 archers now. We're just constantly building more archers here. 4 more are queued. One's ready next turn. And this area is not changing very much. We could take this citizen off of food. We're about to have more food production anyway. Put him on infrastructure. It's starting to get a lot better in this region. A whole lot better. Yeah, we have another citizen over here. That's right. Do we even need him on infrastructure? I might put him on culture. As we know, we need a lot of culture. They're a little bit ahead anyway in terms of total amounts of pops they have. Yeah, they are quite a bit ahead. Nothing would change if I put this guy on money anyway, so I'm just going to put him on money. Here, I don't think I'd want to really do that. It does affect it sooner. We don't have as many pops in Arga compared to Asatania. Shall probably leave that alone. Otherwise, food and everything looks good over here. Maybe not right here. This mercenary recruitment center really doesn't need to be here. It's taking infrastructure for no good reason, but it's really the just conquered penalty that's the worst thing. Although, yeah, this is giving a massive loyalty penalty. That's a problem. This might revolt as well at this rate. That would suck, but hey. I like how these are desertic rebels, too. These are rebels of our ethnicity, somehow. I don't really understand how, but... Alright, fair enough. We have a lot of offers out. 23% chance now to get an alliance with the Antigonids. I don't know why that's up so high. Because you're fighting alone. You have no allies. I see. Well, let's see if we can make that ally me. As for Moria, we have something out for you. Ethiopia, once again, said no to me. Ethiopia, I will give you 4 Abyssinian archers. And you will give me Asalia. Let's try this again, shall we? Proposed treaty, 28% chance. And with that, we can end turn and see what awaits us. Definitely a battle and the start of a war, but no battle. You can't do a surprise attack. No Pearl Harbor. There's barely anyone here to defend this. Oh yeah, dude, like, there's a rebellion, but it's way weaker than what we took this from initially. Well, that was a stalemate. What the hell? Oh, it put the regular infantry forward first because the heavy infantry don't do well in marshes. That's cute. We did enough to do a pursuit and harm the rest of them. We won the battle. And there you go. We should hopefully be able to remake this province again. The Antigonids are catching up to me in legacy, which I'm not surprised about. Invoking a dubious casus belli, Saba declared war on Arabia. Yeah, time to get fucked, nerds. Blemis reached us with a proposal for a transaction. What do you want, Blemis? Where are you? There you are. By the gods, your feat is incredible. Don't hear that wrong. In only a few years, your nation has become a glorious haven of civilization for your people. We applaud this. You want me to give you 2 Abyssinian archers, and you give me manpower and money. Last I checked, this is usually always worth it. And I know what the cost of these are, and this is definitely well worth it. Yeah, dude. I love that. I love that you want that. Moria rejected our offer for an alliance. We have a 0% chance with them. Palmyra also rejected it. We have a 14% chance with them. 18% of cooperation. That's what we offered. We offered cooperation. So that and that. Character was added back to our nation. Develop infrastructure. Produce more. Or again, have the workers work harder. Or buy extra infrastructure. I don't feel the need to do that, honestly. You don't want to see ships. Doesn't matter. Ethiopia. For long, we saw the rays of power of Arabia. We support your decision to teach them a lesson. Well, I'm glad you support me. Now, let me buy that territory from you. And that'd be great. They tried raiding me last turn right there as well. And Persis, this is a new objective. I don't think that's a good objective. That's probably why they don't want to deal with us anymore. There's enough food here to last. It was just conquered. It's got to go through that bonus or debuff, I guess, again. It has no revolt risk at the moment, but we do need to recover. One infantry got pretty damaged in that last fight. So we're just going to be sitting here and not doing a whole lot. I can move enough guys to stagnate the infrastructure and have enough food. This is good. And we can create the province again. And that will make the situation even better. And then we'll just slowly retake everything. Slowly. Meanwhile, Arabia Orientalis army is going to go attack this, where there's 7 units defending, along with this army of 4 of just some skirmishers, light cavalry. That's not a lot. These guys try to raid, it feels like, as well, and they failed because they're really injured. There's 9 units defending, definitely including 2 heavy infantry, but we're going to go all in with the elephants. There's no siege to do, so it works out perfectly. And we can always replace these elephants with some regular infantry, which will be really cheap and easy to do, easy to take care of. And I think for less metal upkeep, which would be great as well. All right, the ranch was completed in Arga, so we have more food in Arga. This is good. 3 more building slots that we can use. We don't have perfumes for the pleasure house, so I don't really want it. Nor do we have coal access. We can produce some salt. That's even more food. And we know what buildings that can lead to. That feels like the best overall deal here. To just produce another local trade good for some more food. Yeah, we'll produce a salt mine there. And we have a worship place that finished here. That's good. I can build the Master Herbalist here. National Wonder. We don't have most of what we need to build it, but I mean, maybe, now that it's popping up, right? We have a new population down there. Let's see, where do I put this? Not in food, into infrastructure, yes. And then we finished a slave market off here by the coast. The Master Herbalist is also available here. This one just keeps popping up everywhere. Well, this is a national wonder, right? That's not actually that special. So where we build it is kind of like, doesn't really matter. The main thing that matters is just the access to resources, a lot of which we just don't have. No matter where I build the Master Herbalist, it doesn't use a slot, so that's really cool. The problem in all the locations it's popping up is that there's things I want to build more. This seems to pop up pretty commonly right now for some reason. And it's cool, it really is. It's pretty neat. But like, I'd rather have a palisade on the front over here. And then on the east side, I'd rather have anything else. Like the guard tower, for example. I don't know if it's going to get attacked, but, you know, also doesn't use a slot. I would really just kind of prefer that. So I think I'll just like leave that stuff alone for right now. If it pops up somewhere better where I'm already like better built, I'll build it there. Or if it just, you know, it can wait. It can wait. We have enough manpower. We actually have enough, but we need more of his metal. So I'm not too concerned. The culture it gives would be nice, but I have other things being built that are going to give a lot of culture, like the fucking Colosseum, a world wonder. The only world wonder that I've seen pop up. I've seen some already built. Probably like the Tower of Babel. Yeah, world wonder. There can only be like one of these things. I don't even know how the Colosseum can be here. I guess just Rome hasn't built it. In Latium. Yeah, they just don't have it. Now I'm building it. Welcome to the Saban Colosseum. Rome doesn't get to have one. This is the way it was meant to be. Oh, this is the first time I've seen this. A mixed slave. What is a mixed slave? Is that an ethnicity somewhere in the world is mixed? I guess so. Because they don't seem happy being mixed. Doesn't just make them suddenly happy. I'm still not sure about buying any more slaves right now. I've done a lot of distributing. Loyalty at the moment could definitely be better in the capital, but the Colosseum will help with that. And in Himjar, etc., some places on the front, it's doing okay, but it could be better. That's the gist of it. It's doing okay, but it could be better. We could get more and distribute them because there's a lot of places where we don't really have slaves, but I'm not too much caring about it at the moment. I like getting the events to free them, even though that creates some loyalty penalties from the infuriated slavers, but I do like getting that. However, there's a lot of citizen unrest and things happening that I just have to kind of deal with right now, which is why I'm not rushing to get new slaves, even though it would help propel me. But I'm trying to compete right now with the Antigonids, Rome, and a couple others. What was the actual list? Sort by legacy? Can I sort by legacy? You're telling me I can't sort factions by legacy? Because it's got its own button, that's why. And Macedonia, Rome, and Antiquities. Yeah, I'm trying to compete with, like, very powerful nations. So, they're way larger than me as well. The fact that I'm even doing this well is fine. I don't see a need to rush it by getting more slaves. We're about to get more slaves by attacking Arabia, which I will now end our turn for. Okay, so this is the battle that's about to fire, but I just want to say we just got real lucky. The main army that was standing over at the capital just left and started going up towards Palmyra. I don't know what's still there, but it's not nearly as strong. So that's good. That'll make it easier. However, we have an attack over here first where they have some See, this is why my army is so big. This is why the front lines are so large. It's these cavalry heavy areas. And you see, we don't even fill it up entirely. This is why I was saying I could use more cavalry too. I'm going to go with replacing the archers first though, because, at least we have enough. We outnumber them, and that's what we really need. That skirmish went very well for us. Our heavy infantry against their regulars. Okay. And regular infantry surprisingly not killing their skirmishers, but hey. Ooh, good thing we have skirmisher cavalry. They can avoid damage. Oh, they're light cavalry or skirmishers as well. They're superior skirmishers. Heavy infantry on the front, hitting like trucks. Not always killing, surprisingly. This is why we need the archers, to strengthen that front line, which is going to be more overall useful than getting the extra cavalry, but a lot more expensive, but mostly in money. Mostly in money. It'll also free up the skirmishers to just go elsewhere. It'd be very helpful. Pursuit, and we won the battle. Now, the capital. I think we can do this. This is another massive... This is why my army is this big. You ever want to ask why my army is this big? This is why. This is exactly why. Alright, there you go. I think the elephants throw skirmish things as well, which is hilarious. Very skirmish-heavy army, but Palace Guard's already dead, as well as a lot of their other units. We haven't lost a single unit. Hurting their urban militia in the rear, just getting free kills, basically. And there's more Palace Guards. They rolled terribly. We killed them. Oh, dude, the capital's mine. Doing this with the elephants, this was the best army to do this with. Oh, yes, it was. This was the best army to do this with. And now we're killing enemies in the rear. Free kills, yeah. Pursuit, and you're dead. And there you go. We won the capital. Hell yeah. Now we can make a province out of this place, theoretically. Like, right now. And, yeah, because we don't already have one. We have 4 progress tokens. Oh, jeez. Look at it. Look at some of these guys have aging tokens. That's the bad stuff. The Antigonids have surpassed me for legacy points, but Moria and everybody else is just so far behind that it doesn't really matter. We have so many years to fix this up. We agreed with Blemmies on that mutual transaction treaty. Yep, so we got manpower and money for them to provide them with the archers, which cost me some metal money and manpower, but we came out way ahead from that. Especially in manpower. Emergency levy, receive extra troops, blah blah. We're not outnumbered, so it doesn't really matter. Although at this point, if we did get prompted with this, 150 legacy points is not an insane amount. Citizenship status and state reforms. Yeah, I usually do the grant citizenship to foreigners minor. We will do that. And Ethiopia rejected our offer. That's sad. Antigonids rejected our offer as well. We might want to try those again. Ethiopia. I will give you Abyssinian archers, 4 of them. And you will give me... God, you lost it? Did you lose it? Asalia? You did not. Okay, there it is. Cool, cool. Alright. I can't believe we keep failing this. This transaction chance. Like, I thought we would pass this by now. We're getting very bad luck. The reign of Umari, Phoenicia was declared as an objective. Interesting objective right there. That's very interesting. Wouldn't really want to go for that, but... We marched in and conquered their capital, conquered another region, and we gained Arabia's seat of power and got 19 money. Wow, dude, they must have been fucking broke. They must have been fucking broke. We have slightly more culture in Asitania. Oh, wait, we have even more in Arga. It's funny, like, we conquered basically all this stuff from them, and it kind of goes up in culture like that. But whatever had the governor's palace, I guess not the governor's palace, I don't know. But like the real palaces that become abandoned. Those are like the main things to benefit. So, okay, you have an extra slave there. Let's get that on food. Infrastructure, all of this will get better with time. The food will spread so long as the province is made. The province will be made. So we're just going to sit here and recover. But the food's just not going to be very happy in the meantime. This is a provincial capital. But I haven't even created the province. Maybe the capital seat will just go there because the governor's palace is already there. It might. I don't know. It might. It's been there for a while. Wouldn't it be weird if we had 2 of those buildings? That would be kind of weird. I might just delete one. I mean, it's not terrible. I don't know. We did get a palisade built over here, which is good. And, whew, there's a lot of this stuff. think I'm just gonna have to go for the stud. We don't really need the money bonus. We could go for it, but we don't need it. I'd rather just get the stud to Bennett Saracena as a whole. That seems good to me. Saba has gotten a new population. Dude, these citizens are so unhappy and I don't know why. I have no idea what's making them so unrestful. I don't know. I don't think it's the decadence, but hey. Oh, shit. We're not building the Colosseum anymore. I think Rome might have built it. Rome, did you build the Colosseum? If you did, you didn't build it in... oh, maybe... No. The Senate... Somebody built the Colosseum. Because we don't have the ability to make it anymore. That's so sad. Welp. We're back where we were. I'll just take the solid walls. No slot usage. Just makes the walls better for a little bit of infrastructure. Yeah, dude. This is my capital. We're at 4 progress tokens. That's neat. We got a slave over here in Dorane. That's nice. On food. That's good. Yeah. I'll take that. Don't think I have anything I really care to change there. This is going to use some infrastructure, so I'll put one more citizen on infrastructure. And that could wind up being maybe good. Badio has so many slaves, dude. So many slaves that I'm just going to go ahead and do the distribute slaves again. I feel like a lot of time they don't actually get moved, but I don't know. Just spamming it so long as I'm not willing to buy any. Finished a ranch out here in the desert. And we can get a wheelmaker with a bonus. That seems pretty nice. We don't need loyalty over here at the moment. The wheelmaker has the bonus, so it does seem pretty good. Food and health would be nice as well, but infrastructure in a region that's not built up, definitely very useful. Bat has received a slave after battle as well. After battle. Haha. Received a population in Itamos as part of this wider region. Getting someone on culture would be very nice, so I'm going to get someone on culture finally. Because we do need to worry about our culture decadence. It is catching up a little bit. We do want to worry about it. We finished a palisade in Uruk. I'm amazed there wasn't already one. Why is building clean water so easy, but public works is so hard? That doesn't... I don't understand. Well, this doesn't use a slot, and it gives a health bonus. Costs 1 infrastructure. Yeah, give me that. And then we'll be out of underpacification there shortly. This is where the governor's palace went, so that's good. That works. Even though it wasn't the first place I had. It just had so much culture just left over. Ooh, damn. Well, Moria took this over, so we're not making any special anything out of that, unfortunately. Yeah, we're not getting that province. That's a shame. But we did block off the rest of this, I suppose. We do want to retake this for sure. The rest of this would be pretty hard to take. Have we recovered fully? Not fully. Not yet. And this place is just conquered as well. It has a high chance of revolt, so I'm just going to stand on it for now. Nobody can reach it for the time being. Mario's just going to eat the rest of this up. At least I got something out of the attack. I did get something. And it didn't really hold me back at all. We have 6 archers done, 6 Abyssinian archers. These are going to come out really slowly, which is why I decided to get started on them now, so I could make the jump sooner rather than later. Because the front never goes past these 8 frontline units anyway, it's pretty predictable. And freeing up the skirmishers for kind of background duty would definitely be useful. Now, we did repropose with Ethiopia. I don't have much to say for these guys unless they wanted to become a client state. The Antigonates are well beyond wanting me as an ally, really, unfortunately, so that's sad. But hey, we do have cooperation with Moria, alliance with Ethiopia and Blemies. Those 2 alliances really don't matter very much, but being safe from the Morians is pretty nice. Being at war with Arabia should make all those that dislike Arabia, especially Palmyra, like us more. And hopefully clean things up in general. Nabatea is somehow still alive, which kind of protects us from Egypt a little bit, which is nice. It is nice. We are burning through metal at the moment, but we just have to wait for metal buildings to come up and have enough resources available. And we could occasionally buy some. And manpower for 2,000 money, which is not a lot. I just don't think we need to do that anytime soon. So we're not doing that, and we're only just constantly recruiting archers, which we have more than enough manpower to deal with. Doesn't create any new demand for metal over time, just like using one for the initial production. So it works out pretty well. Works out pretty well. Let's go ahead then and... Are you going to go on the attack? No. No, you're not. You need to kind of chill out, chillax. Is this part of... This is part of Characina, actually. That's pretty nice. Well, in that case, yeah, don't chill out. Actually, move somewhere into... Or Characina, Saracina, these names. Characenia. We want to move out of there so we're not using all the food from there. That's what we want to do. The loyalty here is not going to be very happy one way or another. The elephants could do with recovery, but we want to get in position. This guy's dealing with all of the rebellions in general anyway, and hopefully that will be fine. That's nice that that was in that region as well. If we could at least conquer that whole province, that would be pretty great. We would have gained something. Not as much as Maria, but hey, dude. If we look at a loyalty, can we see for other nations? Maria's pretty stable. The Antigonids have some not stable things, so did Palmyra. The AI doesn't seem as good about handling that. Egypt is unfortunately pretty stable. Rome is not very stable at all. And we have some problems with loyalty, especially around our capital. I don't know why unrest happens. Looking in the manual, and I learned that the different ethnic groups actually have different base unrests. Desertic base unrest is 4. Some go up to 6 and some as low as 2. There's base loyalty, so that's quite interesting. But I still don't understand, looking through the manual, what adds to our unrest like this. Like, why is our capital getting so much unrest? I'm through basically everything. It says something about placing citizens onto the culture line to optimize the loyalty bonus. I don't know anything about that affecting... Well, culture helps with region loyalty and contributes to your progress. Okay. Well, I have 5 there. I guess that's why they're not doing so well. But it doesn't say anything about that, I think. Regional, population, structure, welfare. It doesn't show how much you really need for that. I have 5. Is 5 enough? I don't know. Should I be going up to like 10? Question mark? I'm not sure. But everyone's very unhappy here, so maybe using that as a basis. We just pump this one up to 7. Just take all these extras off of food and just try to balance it with that in mind, I guess. Like, could I just put like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Could I put all these on loyalty? On culture? Yeah, I mean, I could. It would definitely help with culture. It would make this region a little bit less productive, but why not? I certainly have the freedom to do it. For this, I only have 4, so I don't know if I would really want to do that. And with buildings, I don't know. I'll put some guy like there. I'll put like 2 of these guys on culture for right now. I don't know if it's like culture overall or if it's like region based. Like it needs to be a certain height to match the amount of population. It might be something like that. We have another 5 here that we could just move in one go. That would be kind of rough, but we could do it. There wouldn't be a lot of excess of food and stuff, but we do have... They would all be there right now, you know? Just adding to it, and then we would just get new pops over time that would just help with that anyway. We can move this 1 pop down to infrastructure from food. There's not a lot of extra. Some of these places just have, like, no growth now that I did that, but I'd rather them just be loyal for the time being. We'll get growth in time, I guess. Anyway, maybe not. Maybe I move some other, maybe I move some other guys off of other things. 7 works for here. We want to have a certain amount of growth. Growth in 4 turns down here seems fine, though. So we have, like, 7, 10, 7, 7, 5 right here. Not going to change that. 5, I don't think I should really change that one either at the moment. Just having 5 is already kind of a good enough bonus. These money ones are just really not needed at this point. Like, I'm just going to take dudes off of money and put them into other things like food and infrastructure. In Pancha, I can get it up to 7 by just moving 2 like that, you know, just getting... Because we have so much money, even when I'm not trying to have money, that we can definitely manage this much, right? Let's get more into infrastructure on that border. Here, we definitely don't need anybody into money. Just put it into infrastructure, try to maintain what's there, I suppose. as we sit on that for right now without actually doing any movements. With that though, we have a nice full episode, so I'm going to call this one here. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.